Hey, welcome! We're in the heart of Silicon Valley. This is one of the places where Lockheed Martin builds for space. We've been invited inside, so let's go. This is the Solar Array Manufacturing Center. Satellites get their energy straight from the sun, and the solar array, it's the powerhouse of a satellite. Here, the team is focused on building satellites that are smarter, lighter, and faster. The first stop on our tour is Robotics. Tim, thanks for having me.
Thanks for stopping by.
What's the key innovation that this facility uses to produce solar arrays?
Behind me, we have a robot working right now building flight hardware. This robot, like all other robots here, are one-of-a-kind robots designed and produced here in Sunnyvale, and nowhere else in the world has anything like this. So with me here is an example of one of our solar cells. The front side collects the photons, the back side produces electricity. You can take a look at that. On the back, there is a barcode, has all the part number and traceability information. Our robot scans that barcode. If it checks out, then it picks the cell up, places it in the tooling, takes a picture of it for record, and then moves on to the next operation.
Wow, look at this. Can you tell me about how efficient these solar cells are?
That cell you're holding is about 32% efficient. That means 32% of the sunlight that hits it becomes electricity. For reference, ones in your house are about 16% efficient.
Are the robots more precise in placing these cells?
The robots are very precise. Humans are precise as well. The cost savings is the robot can place thousands of cells throughout the day instead of a human doing it. So now the human can work alongside the robot, and the robot can place cells, and the human can do a second task, lowering our rates.
Next up on our tour, Tim, what are we looking at here?
We're looking at 3 examples of substrates, or backbones of our solar array. We have our flexible one we use for higher power applications. It's flexible, so it's lighter weight. We have our rigid substrate. It's aluminum honeycomb with composite face sheets, kind of like fancy cardboard. And we have our new 3D printed substrate.
I've heard the bonding table is cutting-edge tech. Can you tell us what's so special about the table behind us?
Once the cells are placed and welded, they'll be picked up and glued or bonded down to a substrate. It uses a combination of electronics, pneumatics, software, and sub-millimeter precision. We also designed one of a kind here in Sunnyvale.
What's the coolest thing about your work?
I would say the people I work with, the team here at the manufacturing center, it's kind of like small startup atmosphere. We have technicians who build the hardware. We have my team that build the automation. We have engineers that design the flight hardware. We have quality. We have manufacturing engineers, a whole team of people that make this happen. We have the best and brightest people working at Lockheed Martin.
Tim, thanks so much for having us. The tour continues with more about this innovation. Let's check out 3D printing. Okay, you've probably seen a 3D printer before, but this one, it's next level. Instead of printing plastic, it prints aluminum to create these solar array substrates. Remember, that's the backbone of a satellite's power system. Engineers can go from design to prototype all in the same lab. This innovative process allowed them to test 10 different versions until they locked in the final design. The team added built-in snaps for electrical wiring for faster production. The modular panels also make it adaptable for different missions. And with this printer, they can now produce up to 14 panels in the time it once took to make just one by hand. It's faster, smarter, more cost-effective, and making satellites ready for orbit in record time. Once assembled, the solar arrays are integrated directly onto the satellite, along with the propulsion and communications. All these systems keep the satellite running and support its mission. Whether providing GPS to millions or tracking missiles for national security, we bring every part of the satellite together in one streamlined process. That was an inside look into the innovative tech that Lockheed Martin uses to build for space. Thanks for stopping by.